and welcome to Akshu's Kitchen. Today we'll see how to prepare Kai Murukku or Suthu Murukku, for which we will need the following ingredients. 3.5 cups of long grain rice, that is raw rice, which is pacharsi in Tamil. 1 cup of whole urad dal, 1 tablespoon each salt, whole cumin seeds, that is jeera seeds, and whole sesame seeds, that is gingerly. 50 grams of butter, softened butter. First, in a pan I am going to add the 1 cup of urad dal and I am going to fry it until it is golden brown in color. Make sure you use a medium flame so that it does not get burnt. If it gets burnt, the murukku will become very dark in color. So you have to get a golden brown color like this, and once you get this color you can switch it off and allow it to cool down to room temperature. And I'm going to grind it into a fine powder using a mixer or blender. In case if it is coarse and if you think it has got lumps in it, make sure you sieve it before using it. You must have a very fine powder. Meanwhile, I have soaked the rice in about 5 to 6 cup of waters for about 2 hours and I have drained it completely. Make sure there is no water at all, and I'm going to grind that as well into a fine powder using a mixer or blender. And once I have grind it, I am going to transfer it into a sieve directly and sieve it well so that it's free of lumps. There should not be any lumps at all. It should be completely fine in texture. So make sure you sieve it thoroughly and you get a fine rice powder. I'm using a paper below in order to hold the rice powder. You can also use a big tray if you have, but this is quite easy. Now I have got the left coarse rice powder in the sieve. I'm going to grind it again along with the second batch rice and grind it completely, and I'm going to continue this process until all the rice is used up. And I'm going to transfer the prepared rice powder into a large bowl, and along with it I'm going to add the prepared urad dal powder, the whole cumin seeds or the whole jeera, the whole sesame seeds or the gingerly, salt and the softened butter. If you are using salted butter, you can reduce the amount of salt used. If it is unsalted butter, you need 1 tablespoon. I'm going to add about 1 cup of water to this and prepare a dough. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can also knead with your hand. It's quite simple to knead this dough because it's just rice powder. And once it's all combined thoroughly, check the consistency. If it is too hard, you will not be able to get the proper shape. If you just punch some of the dough in your palm and rotate it in your hand, you should be able to feel the softness. It should be very soft. If you get that consistency, it is ready. Grease your palm with oil well, and I have spread a neat cloth in order to roll out the murukku. I am using a bottle cap so that you get the proper round shape in between. And the main task is for the index finger and the short finger. You have to punch the dough in between the fingers. At the same time, you can see the other 3 fingers will have to rotate the dough inside your palm. So this should keep on pinching the dough and the other 3 fingers should keep on rotating the dough so that your murukku will get rotated and get a spiral shape like this. In case if it gets broken, you can paste it again because it is sticky and it will join easily. Continue this until you get 4 rows because that is the traditional number used, 4 rows. And once you finish 4 rows, you can just stop doing that and cut off the dough, and the murukku is ready now. You can take the bottle cap out and you will get the proper shape of the murukku. It may seem to be very easy to see at first sight, but it's not so. You will not get the proper shape in your first attempt, but keep on trying and you will get it easily. Now you can get a clear picture. The index finger and the short finger are pinching the dough so that you get a flat shape, and you can see the middle finger and the ring finger are moving, which is just rotating the dough inside the palm. Because if you just pinch the dough, you'll get only a flat dough, but if you want to get spirals, then the dough inside the hand should be rotated so that it gets twisted. So all the 5 fingers will have work for preparing this. The first 2 fingers pinch the dough and the other 3 fingers rotate the dough inside your palm. And as I already said, if you happen to break the dough, don't worry at all. You can join it and continue it and finish it when you complete 4 rows and it is ready. As I already said, you will not get it in first attempt. Don't get frustrated. You will have to keep on practicing it. It took actually 10 to 15 attempts for me to get the proper shape. And one more alternative easy method is you can use a murukku mold with a single hole in it. Fill it with some same dough and use a cap to get the center hole and start squeezing it very gently. At the same time, you should rotate the mold as well and keep on squeezing it and rotating it, and you will get the star shaped line like this. So complete it for 4 rows, and this is one simple alternative if you don't get the proper shape murukku. So usually what people do is they'll prepare the murukku dough for very little quantity, for example half cup of urad dal and half the quantity of the rice, and they'll try practicing it, and once they finish practicing and they have still more dough left, you can squeeze it in the mold and keep on practicing it again and again once in a week. Definitely you'll get it in a due course of time. And once you take the bottle cap out, you can see the murukku is proper in shape. Now prepare the other dough completely until all the dough is used, and once all are done, it's time to fry them. Use a flat shaped spoon like this which can hold the murukku, and take one at a time like this and drop it in hot oil. Just inverse the spoon and it will fall in the oil, and add more murukku one by one until the oil can hold. This container will hold at least 5 to 6. If you think you don't have space, just move them to one side using a skewer and drop them, because once they get fried they will shrink in size. So you can add definitely 5 to 6 in such a big pot. If you are using a smaller one, you can reduce the number and fry accordingly. Fry until it is golden brown in color and the bubbles stop bubbling like this, and murukku is ready. Using a skewer is more easy than a slotted spoon, so I use this method. If you find this difficult, you can always use a slotted spoon and remove it out of the oil, drain it well, and murukku is ready. This is a very delicious snack suitable for any time, especially for tea time. Try it and you'll really like it. Thank you for watching Akshu's Kitchen.